Well, we are all done in Virginia 2025. Finished second. Yeah, to be fair, one of the races where you go back and look at, well, I could have done this, I could have done that. I think everything worked in our favor. We just got beat fair and square. Logan's filly, wrestled up in behind me in the last turn, and his filly just wanted it more, to be honest. Cherry's Girl's a nice filly. It's the end of her season, and she always does kind of dog it in the last turn. And then, in Delaware, she'll fight on when one's beside her, but Logan was out a little bit, and he had all the momentum. He beat her fair and square. There was no, oh, I wish I had done that, or I wish I had done this. I think everything worked just about as good as it could. I thought, quite frankly, Amy'd asked me, did you not want to get in behind Logan in the first turn? Not really, honestly. I thought there was probably a decent chance that if I just kept going hard, that I would be cut loose on the front end. It's a stake race. No one's going to drive easy, but at the same time, I figured, I know, like that filly, I just watched a couple of her videos, the one that was on the front and kind of gets a little bit soft and was I think a fair bet 20-1. So why wouldn't I try him at the quarter pole? It became very clear getting to the quarter pole that he wasn't going to let me go, so I just dropped in the 2-hole with every intention of moving when I had to. As I did, did that take some of the steam out of her, out of her engine? Did a number of other things? I don't know. But even if you had asked me in the last turn, how are things going today? I would say pretty good. I didn't think that she was going to get beat, but that's racing. The filly had a decent year. I think that bumps her pretty close up to 70,000 made on the season, and she is a big, beautiful filly, and she has turned into a nice filly. But I'm actually a little surprised, quite frankly, that she gets around that track. That is a tight half-mile track for a big, big girl. And she's gone from, as you guys you've seen, it's well documented, her training. We broke her. She was sour and miserable and ignorant and didn't want to do her work all year long, and then just slowly got better. And it really wasn't until qualifying day that she really started. I watched Chris Page go with her, and I said, well, maybe she's okay. And then that first start that she was a winner in 58, put her on the front. You could never train that filly on the front end, let alone put her on the front end. And then won so easily last week. I thought, jeepers. Thank you, honey. Last week was probably one of her best performances. Now, it was only 2-2, and maybe did that play a role? Was 58-3 just a bit much for her today? I can't. I'm just going to answer all. Look at this guy. Look, I'm going to answer all of those questions to see if you guys just saw what I saw. Oh my God. If I'll just answer all those questions in the same way. She raced good. She beat fair and square, and you know what? Congratulations to Logan and his partners on the filly. I don't know that filly very well, but you know what? That's a good mile over Shenandoah. He drove her smart. For a young guy that hasn't been in a ton of bigger races, you might say, oh, it's Shenandoah. It's $96,000. I've been in a lot of races, and it still makes you focus going to the gate. That's a lot of money for anybody. And I'm sure that Logan was a little nervous also. No, I just told him when we were going out the track, I said, hey, just try your best not to put your filly in a bad spot. Don't worry about anybody else. We get the best two fillies in the race. Now, as I was saying that, what I was really saying was I have the best filly in the race. and I still get beat. So, but either way, listen. No complaints from me. It's one of those situations where, in your head, you'd all but reserve the fact that you were supposed to win the race. But she got everything, a lot of the race her own way, raced well, and got beat fair and square. So congratulations to Logan, as I said, and his partners, and very happy for our clients too. It's not chump change either. I mean, what was that? $24,000 at the end of the year. And a little thank you very much. Yeah, it's a good spot too. So good job there. And then we watched just before that Woodmere Betcha finished third in the rain, in the mud, in Charlottetown. I thought last week was our last race. Now, this was like a $24,000 race. When we talk about Virginia and Michigan, I was actually surprised this year how much money they go for in Prince Edward Island. That filly raced for 20, 30, 40,000 multiple times all year long. So I was surprised. I'm from Prince Edward Island, and I didn't realize that they'd race for that much money. So she had a decent year also. Another one of those kind of expected a little bit more, but you could see she had steering problems. And as the year went on, obviously Jamie did a great job keeping her straight on the straight and narrow. It took a couple of weeks at the start of the season, but I think she finished off the season very, very well. That filly that won the race, I've heard her name all summer. Bridget, what's her name? Bad Girl Bridget? Something like that. Anyway, I remember hearing her name all summer long, and she's had a very good year, and obviously Mark Campbell always has good horses too. So that is it. I think that's it for the stake season for us for entirety, isn't it?
No, Perfect Thought.
Oh, right. Good call. Perfect Thought, the Three Diamonds. But for the most part, we are all done on the regional scene. We're all done in the Grand Circuit scene except for one. And our focus now is solely on two things. One, Perfect Thought and the Three Diamonds. And two, the Harrisburg sale next week. So I've already been in touch with a number of our clients. The buckets are up right now. We didn't update a couple of them. There was a couple of chunk spot of some horses. So I will tell everybody right now, I'm not going to come on here and try and sell you on it, Addie Bear, try and sell you on it and say, hey, the buckets are going to sell out right now. No, there's going to be a number of shares missing over the next few days. And I did have a number of clients that were a little disappointed that they didn't get in Lexington, and you guys know the score there. I think I've been clear enough about that from day one, and I appreciate all the help. Anybody that wants to buy a piece of the bucket and get involved and speak up for partnering with us at Harrisburg, that is great. As I said, I know it's the end of the year. It is, as Amy and I have categorized it, a shopping bag sale. I think we got a pretty good idea of what we're looking for now, right? Yeah. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I promised Addie Bear a day of swimming, and that's exactly what we're going to do. It is 2:35 right now. We'll be back to the swimming place at 3 o'clock. We're going to take the rest of the evening off and just chill out, watch. Might have one more sporting event to watch tonight also. No, you goofball. Okay. Oh, you got it right that time. So that is not what we're watching tonight. We'll have our eyes solely set in Toronto, and then also football tomorrow. A great sports weekend still on the go for us. For today, we're done racing. A second in Virginia. Don't be greedy. I am a little bit, but I'm still happy. Happy for Logan, happy for us. And a third with Woodmere Betcha in Prince Edward Island. Woodmere Betcha and two more of Jamie's horses will be coming to Ontario next week with us. A Hess filly, I can't think of her name, Lady Hess, and Woodmere Flojo, I think the other filly's name is. So 3 new horses will be coming to Ontario this week with us. Good luck to everybody. If you're not with us and you have other horses racing somewhere else today, good luck to all of you at the track. Good luck to everybody in Toronto. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.